A lot of stuff has happened, and I first of all just want to say I'm not surprised that nothing has been done yet. I said this very, very, very much earlier, and I've always been saying it that nothing is going to change with this country and with the way that we do things here. And what am I referring to? I'm kind of referring to the fact that everybody on the right just kind of dick sucks Donald Trump, and everyone on the left, of course, hates them for that. And everything with the Epstein situation, that wasn't gonna go, like, that was basically gonna go away. Nothing was gonna change there. I've always said that, and I always will say that. And why do I say that? Because they have so many tools to use and manipulate people with, and it's working. Like, it's magically working. No one's talking about it anymore. Not a single person's talking about it. They've used the fucking AI memes that they've made, the fucking the CIA, the FBI. They've used meme warfare, and it's working. No one's talking about it. Everyone's just clowning it still, making fun of the whole situation. No one's talking about it seriously, though. And now with this whole AI thing with Donald Trump as Jesus Christ, and apparently he's a doctor healing people, it's just gonna get worse and worse and worse, and nothing's gonna change overall. I kind of just wanted to talk about, like, at least like a little bit of this stuff because it's been on my mind a lot, and it's been like kind of frustrating, obviously. But there's a good news to this never-ending spiral of shit. Pam Bondi got fired. Oh my God, it's actually possible for somebody over there in the Trump administration to do their job. It's actually possible. Only issue is it's been replaced with someone not as bad as her, but someone damn near on the same playing field as her. It's like going from having Kwame Brown on your basketball team to going to fucking Anthony Bennett. Like, you're not really getting an improvement anywhere, but, you know, yay, we got one guy out. If you don't know, which Todd Blanche, he's in the Epstein files as well. A big Trump dick rider. So, and Trump only puts people that he likes and that he dick rides. He doesn't do anything that's beneficial for the country. He just does stuff that's beneficial for him. So he really strokes his ego a lot there, which is pretty cool, I guess. Kind of fucking us all, though, in the mouth while he just lives and just casually doesn't get in trouble or anything like that. But the reason why I say that Todd Blanche isn't going to be a good pick, and he will never be a good pick for this situation, is he's already addressed the Epstein file situation just by saying it's not a big deal, brush it off, get over it, and it's ridiculous. It's annoying, it's ridiculous, and it's a lot of other things too that you really can't say on YouTube. So he's always been famous, at least, for saying we're not going to do nothing about the Epstein files, nothing's going to be done about it.
You said this is the end of the Epstein, of your review of the Epstein files. So just to clarify, is the public going to learn the identities of the men who abused the girls with the information that you're releasing? And if not, why not? And then I have a quick follow-up.
I mean, you just baked in an assumption into your question that I have never said and I don't know to be true. Is the public going to learn about men that abuse these girls? Like, what does that mean? I mean, I don't understand what that means.
Well, I mean, they're the men who abused the young women through Epstein's.
Look, we said in July, and it remains as true today as it was in July. If we had information, we meaning the Department of Justice, about men who abused women, we would prosecute them, right? We talked about the work that we're doing. That's why I said that. I said this earlier. There's this built-in assumption that somehow there's this hidden tranche of information of men that we know about that we're covering up or that we're choosing not to prosecute. That is not the case. I don't know whether there are men out there that abuse these women.
Overall, just saying that, like, you don't know if there's, like, any truth to it is, like, it's mind-blowing to me. Because how can you, the Attorney General, say that you have not a damn clue about anything about the Epstein files? How? I don't, like, it's just, it's just mind-blowing stupidity, I guess is the correct word, and also the tame word for YouTube's sake. I don't know why I'm being so tame as well. Like, I get fucking views. I have 22 goddamn subscribers, bro. I don't get shit. I don't get nothing. Point overall is, though, how? Like, you're the attorney general. You're looking into everything. There's literal child porn in those files. There's literally child porn in the files. They put it out. They've censored it. They've looked at it. And yet there's still not enough evidence? Not only just for Jeffrey Epstein's sake, but for everybody else's sake? We're looking at emails that were not only sent by Epstein, but sent to Epstein, where he talks about, like, tortured videos. He mentions how he wants to bring somebody, some girl, and it's like, that's not enough evidence at all. Like, we're looking at Bill Gates as an example. I know Trump is a big example, but they're not gonna fucking do anything to Trump. He's like in the AI files, or in the AI picture, he's literally Jesus Christ to some people. It's sickening, man. It's just sickening. But using Bill Gates as an example, where him and Bill Gates, Epstein and Bill Gates, they talk about like a lot. And it's obvious that Bill Gates, he's been to the island, and we all know what happens on that island when you go there. So it's like, he's not doing the fucking Danny DeVito thing where he just went there for the snorkeling, man. He went there to fuck kids. And it's just like, I don't get how there's just not enough, I just don't get how there's not enough evidence in any capacity to where you can not only prosecute these people, but at least like bring something to justice here, like where you could at least say, you know what, maybe that guy, he should be on a watch. He should be on a watch list or something right there. He should be. But it's like, no, they don't do nothing of that. And like how I've always said, and I said it in the beginning of this video too, nothing's going to change with the situation. It's just going to keep getting worse, and it's just going to keep getting buried, and it's just going to become a big fucking theory and a hoax. But going to the Trump AI picture, if you haven't seen it, this is what it looks like right here. This is what the picture looks like. If you haven't seen it, it's literally Trump as Jesus. Oh fuck. Trump as Jesus healing somebody, and then it looks like a demon with soldiers. Why would a demon be with soldiers? I have no clue. He's basically sending our fucking troops to death is what it looks like with this. A demon right here with soldiers, and then there's the big DT. The big DT. The Trumpster, the Trumpy, healing somebody as if he's Jesus fucking Christ. And then his response to the whole situation was that he did post it, and he thought it was him as a doctor healing with the whole Red Cross thing, which he supports. Which, sure, man, maybe you could think that you're a doctor and it has something to do with the Red Cross. If you're like a fucking retard, maybe. But apart from you being just filled with dementia and filled with like mind-numbing, I guess, like bologna sandwich bullshit, you're not a fucking doctor, bro. You're not good enough to be a doctor, like, as a human being. I don't know, man. It's just weird. And then he doesn't even try to deny that he's like basically Jesus Christ either. He even claims that he's the one that posted it, which I highly doubt. I think it was just like a worker, like usual. Every time it's on Truth Social, it's always just like some worker. But he encouraged the post, and doesn't even try to play it off despite the controversy of it. And I guess like some people in MAGA have kind of maybe woken up a little bit, but I still think that they haven't. And MAGA overall is a cult, so I don't think that they're gonna really complain much about this. They're just gonna kind of brush this off as like, oh, he said he was a doctor, it had to do with the Red Cross, get over it. That's all MAGA will do, because MAGA is spineless and they refuse to admit that they're following a cult. Hey, putting this in here a little late. This is, I just seen this after I recorded the video and everything, but JD Vance actually responded to the Truth Social post. This happened 7/17 yesterday, so obviously like 17 hours ago or something like that, a couple hours ago, whatever. But he says it was a joke, and he took it down because people were misinterpreting the humor, which, sure, bro.
Well, first of all, Brett, I think the president was posting a joke, and of course he took it down because he recognized that a lot of people weren't understanding his humor in that case. I think the president of the United States likes to mix it up on social media, and I actually think that's one of the good things about this president is that he's not filtered. He doesn't send everything through a communications professional. He actually reaches out directly to the people. You know, when it comes to the disagreements with the Vatican, look, we're going to have disagreements, Brett, from time to time. I think it's a good thing, actually, that the Pope is advocating for the things that he cares about. But we're always going to have disagreements on matters of public policy, or I should say, sometimes we're going to have disagreements on matters of public policy. The Pope has been critical of our immigration policy, but ultimately the immigration policy of the United States is set by Donald Trump. The Pope is going to have disagreements on other issues. We can respect the Pope. We certainly have a good relationship with the Vatican, but we're also going to disagree on substantive questions from time to time. I think that's a totally reasonable thing. It isn't particularly newsworthy.
You can't spin Donald Trump portraying himself as Jesus Christ and basically saying he's Jesus Christ as a joke and a thing of disagreement where he's just trying to get a good laugh out of it. You can't do that, and I think we all know like why you can't do that, because it's a sin and everything. But it's just once again weird that everything bad that he does is always classified as a joke. He didn't know, and they're treating him like he's a fucking toddler, man. And that everything he does, there can be just no consequences because he's Donald Trump. Fuck Donald Trump, bro. Genuinely, he's a bitch. He's actually so they're treating him like he's a child. And everything he does is always a joke. It can always just be brushed off, and everyone just can't say anything to him because of it. It's just so fucking weird. Overall, a lot is wrong with the country, I would say. What could be used to fix it? Maybe start by arresting the pedophiles in office. That's what I would kind of say should be number one right there on the list. And then, I don't really know anything else apart from that. I just want to see my government not littered with pedophiles, but I might not get to experience that in my lifetime. I know that they're always hiding something, like the government and like the whole upper part and everything. And I know that the whole Epstein thing is like surface level knowledge and that there's so much more stuff that has to do with it. I know all of that stuff. I know that this is basic information, but at least let's do something about the basic information. Because right now, where it's just fucking like nothing's being done and it's just being buried, that's it's not helping, man. It's not. It's just not. What can you do about it though? Nothing. Like I don't know. I don't know what you could do about it. It really all just starts with whatever happens to Donald Trump in office, whatever happens to Bill Gates, other big people. Really just all happens with it'll start with whatever happens to them. But I don't think that it will start because I don't think nothing will happen to them. The only thing that I think will happen to them is that they die of old age. But even then, that's not good enough as like punishment. Death for them, at least old age wise, isn't a good enough punishment. In my opinion, I believe that it should be torture to them on some fucking Five Nights at Freddy's, William Afton, Ultimate Custom Night theory, bro, where it's just living hell over and over and over again. But it's not gonna happen, and it's ridiculous, man. But whatever, bro. I guess we move as a country and as a society, so we'll see what happens later on in the world, and whether or not something will change, whether or not things will get better. We'll see, and we can only hope. But, if you fucked with this, I guess subscribe, and yeah, see ya.